For the cheapest coins with fast delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor, Red Zone Coins, and use code SWIFT at checkout for 20% off.
So Swift family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 20 video on the channel. And in today's video, I am going over how you can get Master done as quickly as possible. I'm basically going to be showing you solos that are so glitchy to get the fumbles and interceptions done, as well as overviewing all of the other objectives and stuff you need to get done for this 96 overall Master Pat Tillman. Now, before we hop into the video, everyone be sure to drop a like down below. This has been a heavily requested video by you guys, so I'm expecting everyone to hit that like button down below. And yeah, double upload, another video coming later today. If you're not a Noti Gang, be sure to join Noti Gang down below so you don't miss out on that video. We've got another episode of coin battles on the channel a little later today. So essentially what I'm planning on doing is going through all of these objectives and showing you basically the best things that you need to do for all of them. This might be a little bit of a long video, so you can skip to whatever objectives you're struggling on, but let's get started off with these first ones right here. And these are the win game objectives. Now, these ones are all pretty easy. I'm assuming most of you guys have these done. If you don't, you don't actually have to win full games on like head-to-head seasons or weekend league or something like that. You can actually just win solo challenges and basically just replay the same solo over and over until you get enough wins with whatever overall you need. Now, if you're struggling on one of these, just basically remove players from your lineup until you get into the required overall group. And once you get into the required overall group, like let's say you needed to win games, win 50 games with this one right here, you would basically just get to between an 80 and an 85 overall. By doing that, you would just remove players that are in your lineup that are high overalls and just put in golds or silvers, and that would allow you to get your overall down. And then basically all you need to do is just play one solo challenge over and over again until you get enough wins. And once you get enough wins, you'll knock out these. These ones are pretty simple, not going to really go too in depth on these. Some of the best solo challenges to actually get wins with, I've talked about in my level up grind before, but you can even actually just do the Adam Vinatieri NFL 100 solo and just kick a field goal, and every single time you kick that field goal, you actually get a win per se in EA's book. So you end up getting that one knocked out really quickly. So that's the solo I would recommend if you need more wins. Of course, take players out of your lineup where needed to actually get the overall within the requirement. And then yeah, complete 25 daily objective lists. You guys should have these done. They're really not too hard. Next, let's talk about passing yards. I'm going to actually show you guys the best solo for passing yards, the best solo for rushing yards, the best one for interceptions, the best one for forced fumbles, and also the best one for sacks. Now, tackles isn't really too hard, so we'll actually start by hopping into a solo challenge to talk about the best solo for passing yards, and we'll basically just go down the list and talk about each of them by actually playing a solo. So I'll see you in the solo challenge menu, and firstly we'll be doing a passing yard. Okay, so one of my favorite solos for passing yards is this one, week 10 moment 1. As you can see, you're starting on the 12-yard line, so you're starting pretty backed up, which is great because we can get as many passing yards as possible. And basically all we're going to do is play this solo on the easiest difficulty. I'll show you guys a play that's going to work basically every time to get the passing yards, and you'll basically be able to knock this challenge out and just keep on replaying it over and over until you get those stats up. Every single time you actually do replay a solo challenge, you still do end up getting those rewards for the solo, which is just great. So I'm going to show you guys basically how to beat this solo really quickly, and then we'll hop into the next couple for rushing, fumbles, and interceptions after this one. So for this solo, I usually just come out in gun A slot offset, I run stick, I just max protect, and then I've got Randy Moss on the left side, and all of the players that you're playing against are going to have a really slow corners, so your receiver's basically just going to run right by them. You can actually just rat catch every single time. As you can see, look how slow that safety is. It's basically like you're playing against no one out there, and basically all you're going to do is just throw for that touchdown really easily, and then you're going to come in, replay the challenge, just go play game, move down to recent plays, call the exact same play, get that max protect off, and then you're basically just going to do the same thing over and over again. Every single time you do this, you actually do get rewards. For some reason, Randy gets caught up there, which is a little stupid. So we'll just hurry up offense and do the same thing. But yeah, every single time you actually do get this completed, you are going to get those stat boosts. So you're going to get passing yards, you're going to get passing touchdowns every single time you complete this. EA is going to track that, and bang, we're in the end zone again. It's super easy. All you would do is just continue to replay this solo if you wanted to grind for passing yards. But next, let's back out and let's move on to the rushing yards. So for rushing yards, I like to go into the level challenges, go to Rush Clinic, and then play this first one right here. And basically, this one is super easy. All you need is 70 total yards of rushing on the drive. You start on your 10-yard line, which is perfect, so you can basically just run for a 90-yard touchdown on the first play. And the thing about these solos also, which I just showed you on the last one as well, is you're also going to knock out your passing touchdowns just like you'll knock out the rushing touchdowns on this one. This is a super easy solo. Again, you're going to be faster than basically everyone on the field, no matter who you have. And you're basically just going to run for a touchdown on the first play. I'll show you guys a solid play you guys can use. But for rushing and passing, it's pretty easy. It gets a little bit more complex with the forced fumbles and the interceptions. That's what I'll talk about next. It's probably what most of you guys struggle on. So we'll talk about that next. That's going to be the probably hardest part of this whole video. But I have a specific solo and a little bit of a glitch play, you could say, which is going to get you basically interceptions on your first time every try. So yeah, let's start off with this one. Basically, all we're doing is we're moving into I form tight, and we're just going to run this stretch play. You can run it basically whatever way you would like. And the majority of the time, you're going to be able to hit a huge hole on the side of the field, and you're just going to be faster than basically everyone out there. You can hit a little juke right there, and bang. As you can see, everyone else is so slow, and we're just doing the exact same thing as we did with the passing yards. We're just going to come in, finish the solo off, hit replay, and just play it again, because you are going to, again, get the stats boosts whenever you replay it. You don't have to back all the way out to get those stats boosts. And we're basically just going to run to whatever side of the field there are less defenders on. The blocking is going to develop pretty nicely. We're playing on arcade mode, so we don't really need to worry about getting tackled. And like I said, everyone else is just so slow compared to who you have. Even if you don't have the best running back, he's still going to be really fast to compare to everyone else on the field. So let's back out and let's start off by talking about the interceptions and the fumbles, because those are probably the most intriguing, and that's probably what you guys are struggling with most. Okay, so I'm going to start off by explaining what you need to do before we actually show you guys, because it is a little bit confusing, and I want to just explain it first because I only have 10 seconds to pick my play and actually show what I'm doing. So I'm going to come out in field goal block, and then what I'm going to do immediately after is audible into punt safe man. To do that, you click square on the D-pad, or square and then left on the D-pad, and then square again, and you're going to use her as the strong safety. Now, to get interceptions, you're basically just going to run away from the receiver, make it seem like he's open, and then you kind of swerve back. It's kind of a bit of a C movement. Once you guys do get the gist of it, it is really easy once you can kind of get the muscle memory down a little bit. But this is exactly what it's going to look like. Come in by formation, field goal block right, load block right. You're going to audible into punt safe man, and as you can see, we're using as Jamal Adams. Make it look like this guy is open, and then let Eli hopefully make the throw, and you end up just coming back and using it and getting the interception pretty easily. I can do the exact same thing again and show you guys basically the exact same technique right here. So yeah, again, we're just coming out in load block right. We're going to audible into punt safe man. We're using as Jamal Adams. We're going to make it look like this receiver's open, so we're going to run out of the way at the snap of the ball. We're covering this guy, we're covering this guy. You let Eli throw it, and then after he throws it, you just kind of make that pick right there. Once you get the muscle memory down, it is super easy. I would recommend everyone try that out. And now let's show you guys how you can actually force fumbles using the exact same solo and a very similar technique. So now let's go over forcing fumbles. It's basically the exact same thing, but instead of actually going for the interception after they catch the ball, you just let them catch the ball and then end up landing a hit stick on them. So we're going to stand out of the way so it looks like the receiver's open, and Eli Manning just throws an absolute duck out of bounds. That's unfortunate. Usually you'll get a better pass than that. So we'll do the exact same thing again right here. Punt safe man, user ring is Jamal Adams. You're going to make it look like this guy's open. Let Eli make the throw, and then I'm just going to click off because I have Enforcer, and I'm pretty confident that we'll be able to land a hit stick right there. So bang, you end up landing a hit stick, and all you have to do is recover that fumble after you land the hit stick. You can take it back for 6 if you want, but that's basically the gist of how these solos work to get interceptions and fumbles. It's really easy, to be honest with you, once you get the technique down. I would recommend just doing one of them at a time. You could just do the interceptions one over and over again, and again, you just click replay, and those stats are going to get tracked whenever you do get the fumble or whenever you do get the interception. So that's what I would recommend for interception and fumbles. Now let's talk about sacks before we end this video off here. So the best solo to actually get sacks with is what I'm going to go over right now. It's under the level challenges, under the lockdown section, and it's called do not allow more than 20 passing yards. It's really good because your opponent is going to pass the ball basically every single play, and all we're going to do is we're going to come out in nickel right here. We're going to move on to the 2-4-5 double A gap, and we're going to call the play mid blitz. I'm going to press, that way basically no one gets open at the snap of the ball, and I'm just going to use it with Sean Taylor, and our defensive line is going to get in there really easily. As you can see, we get a sack basically instantly, and again, they're going to hurry it up. We're going to press again, and we'll basically just get sacks every single play, assuming that they don't have anyone else to block. And as you can see, we got a sack again on second down. This will get you a few sacks basically every single drive, and then you can just replay the solo challenge after you end up getting it done. And basically, yeah, you just get sacks on all the plays. They don't really have much of a chance, to be honest with you. Fourth down right here, we'll go for 4 straight sacks. We'll see if we can get 4 in a row. Hopefully we can. I'm gonna blitz Sean Taylor just to get that extra heat in there in case they block someone else. And yeah, Reggie White gets 4 straight sacks, and that's gonna be the easiest way to get sacks and get those level challenges done. So that's gonna do it for the video, you guys. Actually, I think you still have to get multiplayer wins, so I'll just quickly breeze over multiplayer wins right now. For multiplayer wins, I would recommend playing Draft Champions. It's the easiest way to just get wins online quickly, and that's basically it for all of the stuff you have to do. I went over basically all of the types of nitpicky stuff like interceptions and fumbles, which can be really hard to do. And yeah, that's basically gonna do it for the video. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like down below if you did, and until next time, I'm out. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.
It means no worry.